Hello, everyone. I am James Milan, and I am joined for this town hall update by our town manager, Sandy Pooler. Hello there, Sandy.
Hi, James. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. Hope you're enjoying our November version of summer as much as I am.
It is nice weather, although it does make me worry about the planet, but it's nice to
A-
have a warm day.
Amen. Amen. Hard to just enjoy it unambivalently, that's for sure. But um, we have a lot of ground to cover today. I've said that sometimes before, but people will know what I'm talking about as we discuss, up to 9 topics today, I think. So we want to talk about what it means for Arlington to be an MBTA community. We want to talk about the recent MassWorks grant. We want to talk about holiday help and other stuff as well. But let's let you decide where we should start off.
Well, I'd like to start off with an upcoming event, which is on November 17th from 7 to 8:30 p.m. We're going to have a virtual public meeting to discuss what the MBTA zoning law, which was passed by the state, means for the town of Arlington. It will describe the basic components of the MBTA zoning law, what compliance will mean for us. It essentially is there to allow the development of more affordable housing in the town of Arlington. And very importantly for us, it is something that we would have to enact in order to be eligible to enact our fossil fuel ban, which was passed by town meeting last year, but that we need to also pass some changes to our zoning to allow for more affordable housing so we can implement the fossil fuel ban. So that is on the night of the 17th. People can register for that on the planning department website. And I think this is going to be an important start to an important conversation about both zoning and fossil fuels in the town of Arlington.
All right, thanks for that. And I know that there are a couple of other events that you want to mention because we're coming right up to them.
Yes, we have a lot going on. We have they're trying to replace me, which I
Trying
them
to, no
all
way.
very good luck, since I will retire next summer. So there's a whole town manager search process that is run by the select board. They are the people who hire the town manager. They will have a public forum that will open up on tonight, in fact, and you can go to the select board website and find out and register for that. They also have a survey out to the public to get people's input on what they'd like to see in the town manager. That will be open until the 15th. And again, you can go to the select board website and find that on the town website.
Okay, and Sandy, I'm just going to interject one thing just to clarify that when you say tonight, people should be aware that we're doing this on Thursday the 10th. So we're talking about November 10th in the evening for that forum.
Thank you. It's all relative, isn't it? So yes, that is on the 10th is that event, and the survey is through the 15th. The other thing that's happening tomorrow is, from our perspective, is on Veterans Day. There, of course, will be the Veterans Day parade that will start down along Mass Ave at the Walgreens, and then come up to the fire station where we'll have an event. I'll be speaking there, as will a few other people. And then I think there'll be lunch provided at the community center after that. So for anyone who wants to come out to celebrate veterans and honor our veterans, you're welcome to that important event.
Excellent. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, James. I know we have a lot going on. So
yeah,
ahead.
exactly. I mean, you've gotten about a third of the way through or so what we have to talk about today. So what's the other news of note? Or some other news of note?
Last Monday night, the select board approved our affordable housing trust fund action plan. It's a plan that was undertaken by a committee over the last year, approved by town meeting to study. And when they set up the Affordable Housing Trust Fund, basically has 3 components. One, to preserve and modernize existing affordable housing. 2, to create more affordable housing, and 3, to build the financial strength of the housing trust. So it was a good presentation with a lot of good feedback from the select board Monday night. I think it's an important document for people to read about what some of our plans are over the next 5 years to try to build more affordable housing here in Arlington. So that's number one. Number two, I just want to mention that we've had a series of racial equity workshops started with our town staff. We're doing racial equity training for all town employees, 400 or so. So there are a bunch of big sessions. I was in there with people from all sorts of departments yesterday when I went through it. And I think it is just another sign of the leadership Arlington has taken on DEI issues. With strong backing by the select board, we have a great DEI officer in Jill Harvey. She does updates on DEI for those who are interested at arlingtonma.gov/DEI. I'm very excited for this program with all our staff, which will be running now through January and engaging everybody in these important conversations.
And I know you have something else to discuss, but let me just throw in that it is a monumental task you have taken on. Jill is spearheading, obviously, there, but to cover all town employees, 400 plus, as you said, for these workshops, a logistical and in other ways, serious challenge. So great illustration of the commitment on the town side to these issues. So I want to just, kudos to you guys for that.
Thank you. I will talk about a couple of other things. First, money, always my favorite topic.
Oh wait, let's make sure we don't forget about the Electrify Arlington.
I'm sorry, that was on my list.
I had interrupted you. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay. So the other night, we had a very nice event in the community center for our Electrify Arlington event for those people who are interested in fully electrifying your home. In other words, getting rid of fossil fuels in your heating and cooling systems, putting in what some people call mini splits. It's something that was very interesting to me because I'm doing that in my own home right now. So it's nice to see. One of the good things that the town is doing through Talia Fox and our planning department staff is they've recruited a number of volunteer coaches who will sit down with any homeowners here in town who want to learn about electrifying their homes and just help walk them through what the process is. So it's the basics of electrification, what some of the equipment and techniques are. So I would encourage people to look at arlingtonma.gov /electrify. You can see the event there were about 100 people in it the other night. And there's a great place to learn about how to electrify your home and get off fossil fuels.
And I can let you know, Sandy, that you're on the right track at your house. We've been with this system in our house for about the last 3 years, and it is very cozy and absolutely efficient. So here, and I'm glad you're on board, and really encourage others to look at it very seriously. It's really good stuff. You mentioned that you love to talk about money, and I know you do. And so let's do that, because I did mention at the outset the MassWorks grant, which is $307,000. What does that mean for Arlington?
So it's a design grant for the intersection around Appleton and Mass Ave. As many of our viewers may know, there was a death there a couple of years ago. So we've taken a deep look at what to do to improve the safety of that intersection, and also to make sure that that part of Mass Ave really is accessible to all users, not just for cars, but for public transit and bikers and pedestrians. So we have this initial $307,000 grant for the design process. I think the good news for us is that having gotten this grant, it means that the state would, I think, be open to providing us the construction money, or a large portion of the construction money.
That's really, really good news. And again, something that you and I have hit on over and over and over again, but it's such an important intersection. And that tragedy has had such a long shadow that it's great to know that this progress is continuing. So I think that we may have just one more piece of official business to talk about, and that is that there are changes to the holiday help program, as I understand it. Can you explain, well, what the program is and then what those changes are?
Right. So the Holiday Help Program is where we've provided over the years, over 40 years, frankly, um, gifts or funds to families so that their kids can get gifts during the holiday season. I want to send out a big shout out to Patsy Kramer, who has run this program for 40 years. She is stepping down from it and is handing it over to our AYCC department that will continue to do this. It is, as I say, a non-denominational gift program. Um, Donations may be made to the Arlington Health and Human Services Charitable Corp at ahhscc.org. We are asking for monetary donations, and what we will then do is give out basically gift cards to these families by Thanksgiving so they can start some of their holiday shopping and their kids can get the things that they need. So I think an important event, something that we've done for a long time, and I'm looking forward to AYCC's taking it over and helping out families here in Arlington.
Great. I don't know how many veteran viewers of town hall updates we have out there and how many of them might be keeping a scorecard of how many topics we covered today, but we're up here in record-breaking territory in terms of the sheer number.
Well, I just have one thing I'd like to close with.
Great. I was going to ask.
Thank you. So many of you have noticed that it's fall and the leaves are falling. The town does, I think, a good job of trying to clean the streets and particularly clean the catch basins. But at this time of year, we really do call on our residents to help us out to clear the leaves and other debris that fall around those catch basins so that when it rains or snows, the water can flow into the catch basins, get off the streets, stop puddling, and so forth. I know when growing up as a kid, I lived on a corner with a big catch basin, and if I didn't clear it out, there was always a big puddle on the street. So I would encourage you to get out your rakes or your rubber boots and get out there and help the town clean those catch basins. We have about 3,000 catch basins in town. So we do try to clean them, but they're more than DPW can get to on a regular basis in the fall. So we ask our citizens and residents help.
Great, and I'm sure that that people will step up to cooperate. Let me just throw one last thing in here myself, and that is recent articles that I've read and others kind of point to data that says if you do have a lot of leaves in your yard, it might be better for you just to mow them up and let the nutrients from those leaves seep right into the soil and the grass rather than bagging them. So just a little tip. All right. Sandy, I want to thank you. It wasn't easy keeping track of all the things that you needed to share with us today, and we really appreciate it. Let's hope that we, both enjoy the weather that we've got and return to something that feels a little bit more normal, so a little less disquieting. Yes.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you very much for your time today. We have been talking, of course, with Sandy Pooler, who is our town manager for this town hall update. We really appreciate his time as mentioned, and also yours. Thanks for joining us. I'm James Milan. We'll see you next time.